Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Mystic's Table. Today we will be doing session 15 of our Ironsworn campaign. We left off at quite an interesting spot last time, so just a quick recap. Um, so we had we were trying to trick the elves, specifically Lady Anula, into teaching Albrun the mysteries of elvish wards that obviously he's not familiar with, because he was going to then use that information to take down the ward that is sealing Matic, or not Matic, sorry, sealing Cadigan in that cave, and then releasing Cadigan to, deal with the elves, basically obliterate them. And unfortunately, Lady Anula, being the very talented seer that she is, did not trust Albrun with that kind of information and instead decided that she herself would accompany Albrun and take down the supposed wards elven in nature that Cadigan had casted around himself, because he was gravely injured. Of course, that was a lie. Um, and so we made it to the cavern, and Albrun was able to disable the ward that Cadigan had set that was keeping the elves out. And so the elves were able to enter. Unfortunately, removing that ward actually tipped Cadigan off that elves had somehow made it into his cavern after all these years, and using his magic, he caused a cave in. And Lady Anula, of course, again, being the talented seer that she is, kind of immediately clocked that Albrun was working in league with Cadigan, that this had been some sort of trap intended for her and the other elves that had accompanied her. And Albrun was left with no other choice but to run. I mean, there was no way he could have talked himself out of that. I even think maybe submitting himself to elvish justice could have led to his execution. Honestly, we had to run. Like, there was just no other option. And luckily, we were actually able to escape. We found a waterway that actually led us where we needed to be, deeper into the cavern. And so now we are in this man made area that we had seen the first time we did this delve, that supposedly is some sort of escape hatch or something. Perhaps Cadigan had carved it out of the stone himself. We don't know, but it's a very secure location. You can feel like the warmth of it, like has those runes and stuff magically imbued. Blah blah blah. And that's where we are now. And we are attempting to get to Cadigan. We need to get to Cadigan. We need to talk to him. I think last session we established that the elves, lucky for us, Lord Lamatu ended up rallying most of the fighting elves of Fythalor. And so they are here in the cavern right now. Him, Lady Anula, and 20 some elvish warriors. Okay, and that gives us a great opportunity to try to take out all of them, like, before they leave. And I think we established we talked about it, we teased it, thinking about like what exactly is going on in the elf's head right now. And I kind of went with, I feel like Lady Anula is kind of really committed to, finally the ward that Cadigan had casted is gone. And I think Lady Anula, her family has been in Fythalor. They founded Fythalor. They have been in Fythalor for centuries at this point. They have been honor bound to this whole Cadigan's quest line. They want him dead. And so I think Lady Anula is very motivated to stay and get to the bottom of this, find Cadigan, and kill him herself. However, I feel like that assumption is almost a little too easy for us, because it's very favorable for us for the elves to stay in this cavern and to try to get deeper, because we're going to get to Cadigan and we're going to try to take the elves out, okay? But I feel like now that I've thought about it more, and I feel like narratively we should at least roll a dice to decide this. I think Lord Lamatu, um, I feel like he is against staying. I think he sees this treachery. He knows that that they are in a very unsecured location. His whole honor bound thing is protecting Lady Anula. I think his family has probably been in Fythalore, being the general of the outpost. His goal is to protect Lady Anula at all costs, and of course, protect Fythalore itself as well. So I think Lord Lamatu is really pushing for the elves to retreat, and come up with a strategy or something and just kind of get out of here. So I think those are the two opposing motivations of the elves right now, and I think that I think you know what? Honestly, actually don't. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna roll the dice. I was gonna ask the Oracle to see whose whose will kind of wins out in that battle of wills, but I actually just finally reread the Delve book because I was on the subreddit, the Ironsworn subreddit again, and I was informed of a system that I had somehow missed when I had first read through Delve, and it's a threat system. So the Delve supplement actually adds a way to mechanically track threats, um, that are associated with specific vows. Okay, so it's almost like a scene challenge for that vow. And it's funny because we kind of did something similar with that fingertip curse thing. I didn't know that it was an actual system in the supplement. So we kind of it's funny. I guess me and Sean were just thinking of the same thing. um, but yeah, so the supplement adds a way to track threats, and it's basically a separate progress track that is connected to a vow. And if this progress track is filled before the vow is fulfilled, you are forced to forsake your vow. And so it's basically puts a clock. It's funny because that's basically what we were doing when we were tracking the knights for Overseer Kanara's trial. We had a progress track and we were kind of tracking that, and the trigger was days. But it sounds like we could have attached a threat to the earlier vow that we had of convincing Elder Mystic Matic to help Grimbrook. We could have had a track to that, and I'm almost tempted to just convert what we have, because we have 3 boxes on that right now because it's been 3 nights. I'm almost tempted to just convert that to a threat and implement it that way. And I'm also thinking about adding a threat to our other vow, deal with the elves that threaten Matic, adding a threat to that, to represent the kind of scuffle that we now have with the elves. They know that we are treacherous. They know that we were lying, and now they know that we are in league with Matic. So I almost feel like their response is going to be dramatic. You know what? I think we are going to do that. I think I'm going to hold off on making the Overseer Kanara trial thing a threat. I think we're just going to stick to tracking that by days for now, and in the future, now that we know about this threat mechanic, we can utilize that. So, because I feel like that might be a little complicated to transfer, but I am going to go ahead and actually make a new threat for the current val that we're working on of dealing with the elves. And this threat, so let's see. Hold on, let me take a look and see if the book has any. So introducing a threat. So when you swear an iron vow, you can optionally associate a threat with that quest. Okay. So first we have to name the threat. We have to give the threat a name or identity. Okay. And so what I think this threat is going to be is the elves um, recapturing Matic and getting reinforcements. I think that's the threat. So basically, um, the elves acting to go get Matic again, or at least attempt to go get Matic again, and also getting some reinforcements from surrounding elvish settlements. Because, Fythalor is just an outpost, so I think that they would try to get some word out about this possible threat that might be emerging soon. And so they're going to want to rally a large army. So that's what we're going to name this threat. Okay, so now we have that threat jotted down. It is now an active threat. Okay, so when we track a threat, there's this move called advance a threat. So it's when you give ground to a threat through inaction, failure, or delay, we can roll on the table and envision how the change manifests in our world. And then we mark, so it's not called progress, it's called menace. So you mark menace. It's basically just one box. So you get 10 chances. And then there's actually, in the advance a threat move, if you roll it really bad, you can mark 2 menace at once. So that's not very good. But I think that will be interesting. So basically, now we do have a clock. We have a mechanical clock on this vow now. So we can't dilly dally. Okay. So I guess we can go ahead and review Albrun's tracks. I know that we left off last session making camp. So we have 1 momentum, not very good. We have 3 health. It's a little bit better than how we've been in the past. 2 spirit, 2 supply, but the great thing that we got going for us is that we have 6 essence on our invoke asset. So that is very, very, very handy. Okay. So I guess let's just hop into it and see what we can do, see if we can get this done. So, like I said, Albrun is in that secured location with the warding runes there, and it just is very man-made location. Let's see, let me go ahead and get the map. Okay, so yeah, that's where we are. We're in that secured location. Okay, and so we're gonna go ahead. We just took a little bit of time. Albrun took a little bit of time to just sit down, relax, and just get a grip and prepare himself, because he had put a very significant amount of distance between him and the elves. Okay, and who knows what the elves have done. We mechanically we just put that clock on there, but we don't know if the elves have maybe sent a warrior or 2 back to Fythalor to let them know about the change, and perhaps they could possibly be getting reinforcements right now, sending some birds to nearby elvish villages. I don't know. We don't know. But I think Albrun knows. He took some time to recover, going through that waterway. That was also probably pretty harrowing. But he kind of knows that he needs to move at haste. He needs to get to Cadigan, inform Cadigan about what's going on, and try to get Cadigan's help. Because, this isn't quite the deal that he made with Cadigan. So we don't know if Cadigan is going to be amendable to the new plan, okay? But we have to try. So I think we're going to go ahead and delve the depths and see if we can get to Cadigan, okay? So let's see, we are at, let's see, where are we at? Oh, you know what? Hold on, let me go ahead and jot this down. Okay, so I went ahead and jotted it down. So for this delve, we are at 6 boxes right now. And it's a dangerous delve, so 2 boxes per progress. I think I would love to be able to mark 2 more progress and have those 10 boxes. And that will just be the best chance of not failing and hopefully getting a strong hit. So yeah, let's go ahead and delve the depths. Let's see. I don't feel like we are in a particular, like, I know I said that we have to be fast, but we aren't running from the elves anymore. We put a lot of distance between us and them, so I don't think we need to go with edge anymore. So we're gonna roll delve the depths plus wits, so that's gonna be a +2, I think. Oops, wait, I rolled wrong dice. Let me roll again. Let me go ahead and move that. Rolled my D100. Sorry. Okay, that's a 5 on the action die, +2 is 7 versus a 9 and a 5. Okay, weak hit. So we're gonna have to roll on the table. Let me get my D100. So we're rolling on the wits table. Oh, wait a minute. 94. Oh, what's that? 94. Oh, okay, awesome. Take both and mark progress and find an opportunity. Awesome. So let's go ahead and mark that progress. So we are at 8 boxes. That's really, really good. In terms of envisioning where we are, since we were able to take that waterway back to the path that we had taken the first time, we actually already know where we are. Where's my map? Here's my map. So we are, I would say right now that we are kind of going through those twisting passageways, and also through that kind of open cavern. And we might even be at that spot where that the moss and the bones with the black ooze and the just general corruption was, getting closer to that bone horde. Okay, and so we get to find an opportunity. It was a weak hit, so we're gonna roll on the find an opportunity table, and we'll see if it makes sense or not. Because again, we already have discovered this site, so we'll see what makes sense. That is a 69. Let's see, 69 is you get the drop on a denizen. I feel like that doesn't really make a sense because the elves are way behind us. And I wouldn't say that the undead creatures here in this. Well, I don't know. I feel like the undead creatures here within this thing, they aren't aggressive with us, right? They weren't aggressive with us when we were leaving. I don't see why that would change. Yeah, I just don't think it really makes sense to get the drop on a denizen. Well, I don't feel like it makes. Well, what if that denizen is Cadigan? I don't know. I'm gonna re-roll. I think I'm gonna re-roll, guys. I don't think it makes sense because right now the denizens inside. Well, you know what? Actually, no. I think we have to stick to the dice. I'll say we do get the drop on a denizen. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and roll on the denizen matrix. Yeah, let's just stick with this. We'll see what happens, okay? So let's roll on the denizen matrix. 81. Okay, so 81. Oh, is an undead wolf. Okay. So I think as we're making our way through these twisting passages and we get back into that kind of open cavern. So this is the same cavern that we had actually put our cloak on. You remember when we climbed up the stalactite, put the cloak on, and went and tried to distract the Varu here? It's looking like there is an undead wolf that is actually kind of sniffing around. And I think that this is going to indicate that Cadigan, yeah, I think I know what this means. Cadigan is actually amassing his undead army that he's had in reserves. So they are much more active. Because really, the only undead that we ran into the first time was that boar at the entrance and then those 2 Varu. But clearly, Cadigan has more undead servants under his command. They were just in, I guess, different places. But it's looking like he's amassing them. He's probably preparing himself for these elves. And so we have a wolf here that is there. And, I know I said earlier that the undead weren't aggressive with us when we were leaving. But I think that actually has changed. I think when Cadigan brought that tunnel down, he's probably ordered all of his undead servants to basically have a kill on sight mandate. And I don't think these undead servants are intelligent enough to like tell the difference between who's who. They're just kind of aggressive. Okay. But we get the drop. Remember, this was finding opportunity, so we get a drop. So I think we the good thing about this is we have some information. We now know that we need to be careful moving forward, that there are undead denizens roaming around the place, okay? Um, and this wolf hasn't seen us yet or smelt us or anything like that. So we might possibly be able to sneak past it. Um, I'm wondering if that's the best course of action, if we should face danger here or if we should try to distract it. We do have quite a bit of essence. We could potentially distract this wolf and then try to make a run for it. But you know what? And we really could use the momentum. Oh gosh. I'm just really scared because if we face danger here, face danger plus shadow, and we miss, we might actually have to enter the fray for the first time in this entire campaign. Um, oh, and I mean, a wolf isn't that bad of an enemy, but we're at 3 health. Oh gosh, what do we do? What do we do? And it would be really nice to save that 6 essence for later, but I'm really scared about having to enter the fray, so I think we're going to use a little bit of magic here and see if we can't distract this wolf kind of the same way that we distracted the Varu. I think Albrun is pretty comfortable with that white hair illusion that he made earlier. That's a little aside to his backstory. We might learn about that in the future, but I think he's pretty comfortable with making a white hair, making that rabbit, make it look like, sound like a rabbit, and just kind of run off in the distance. I think a wolf would fall for that. So I think we are going to secure advantage plus essence here with our invoke asset and see what happens. Yep, I think we're just going to go for it. Okay, so this is secure advantage plus 6. Oh! Are you serious? Oh my god, a 1 on the action die. Plus 6 is 7 versus a 7 and an 8. It's a miss. We missed on our rich. Oh, God. Oh my gosh. I've never missed on a ritual asset. Okay. You know what? There is a table. There's an oracle table for what happens for like mystical backlash. Okay, I think this is the first time we're going to roll on that table. Mystical backlash. I've never missed on a ritual asset before. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Okay, before I get back into the fiction, let's find out what this backlash is. I think it's only appropriate, like, this is kind of pay the price for a ritual. 90. You are racked with sudden sickness. Okay, I think I know exactly what that means. So, oh gosh. So Albrun, like we said last session, Albrun had absorbed that corrupted essence. He absorbed actually part of Cadigan's magic itself into him, and it made him feel really powerful, of course. But that essence that he absorbed was not good at all. Okay, and so Albrun is attempting to do the age-old trick that he knows like the back of his hand, and like to create a hair to distract this undead wolf. And as he is like kind of focusing and about to create this illusion, as he's like manipulating the veil to create this illusion, all of a sudden he is just racked with I would say a very nauseated feeling, like just like he gets really lightheaded and he actually falls down, and he has to like grip the stalactite, and he's just feeling very, very nauseous, okay? And unfortunately, unfortunately, I think that this does make some noise. Just with how sudden and surprising it was trying to use this magic, I think that this does make some noise. And that undead wolf, it had been sniffing around or whatever, it raises its head and it sees Albrun. Oh god. Okay, so okay guys, well, I think the time has finally come. The time has finally come. We have to enter the fray. Oh god. I never thought I would have to do this. We have to enter the fray. Oh my god. Okay. So let's see. I've never done this before. So let me pull up my little combat move cheat sheet. Okay, so when you enter combat, set the rank of each of your foes. Okay, so an undead wolf. So let me check the base book and see what rank a wolf is. I did say, I think it was last session or it was 2 sessions ago, I did say that I was gonna go ahead and keep the vanilla ranks of the undead variants. So a wolf is a dangerous rank, which means it inflicts 2 harm, and we get 2 progress per harm. Okay, so let me jot that down. Okay, so I have that jotted down. Okay, a dangerous undead wolf. Oh, frick. Okay, guys. Let's enter the fray. Okay, so when you enter into combat, we set the rank we just did. And then we have to roll we have to roll to determine who's in control. So what are we doing? Facing off, moving into position against an unaware foe, ambushed. We are facing off, so we have to roll plus heart. Oh, God, guys. This was not on my bingo card. I didn't think we were going to have into the fray. I guess it's about time. Session 15. Okay, so rolling plus heart, that's plus 2. Let's see, let me move that. Oh, God. Another 1. Oh, God, that's a 1 on the action die. Plus 2 is a 3 versus a 4 and a 6. It is a miss. It is a miss. On a miss, combat begins with you at a disadvantage. Pay the price. Your foe has initiative. Okay, I think I know exactly what the pay the price is. That sudden sickness that we got. Albrun. Oh, frick. No. Oh my god. What are we gonna do, guys? I think pay the price here is that with that sickness, Albrun is just not able to get up in enough time. The wolf charges at him. God. And I think that the wolf is going to... Okay, guys. The wolf is going to lunge at us. Okay, not all is lost. We don't have to endure harm here yet. I think we are going to clash. This is so frustrating. Okay, when your foe has initiative and you fight with them at close quarters, roll plus iron. When you exchange a volley at range or shoot advancing foe, roll plus edge. Okay, so this sounds like it's going to be plus iron. Oh, guys, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Oh my god. They have initiative, so we have to clash. Yeah, there's nothing else we can do. We have to clash. Okay, so we're going to have to roll plus iron here. Oh, Albrun, please. Albrun, you can do it. Okay, 4 plus 1 is a 5 versus, a 7 and a 9. It's a miss. You were outmatched and must pay the price. Your foe has initiative. Oh my god. Okay, well, pay the price. I think it's going to have to be endure harm. Okay. The undead wolf inflicts 2 harm. We are at 3 health. We have to go down to 1 health. Okay. Um, so before we get into the narrative and describe what happens, let's go ahead and endure harm and see if we somehow bounce back from this. Oh my god, guys, this is freaking awful. This is awful. Oh my god, I did not want to enter the fray. Okay, endure harm. Wait, endure harm, is that plus health or plus iron, whichever is higher? Both of them are at 1, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So that's 6 on the action die, plus 1 is 7. Versus 7 and 3 weak hit. On a weak hit, you press on. Okay, so we take our 2 harm. So the wolf lunges at Albrun. Okay, and it just has disgusting like saliva dripping off of its teeth. Some of its teeth are missing, so it's like really gummy. And like the skin around the mouth is like really leathery and dry. And I would say even one of the eyes of this thing is like kind of gone, so it's just like a fleshy eye socket, and like patches of skin are missing from the wolf, and it's very haphazard in its movement, so it's not graceful at all. This thing is undead, and it's just tainted by foul dark magic that's keeping it animated. Okay, but it lunges at Albrun and it manages to bite his arm, his right arm, and it is just trying to tear, and it does manage to like draw blood. I mean, yeah, I mean it has Albrun, it has Albrun by the arm, and Albrun is, I guess, trying to reach for his spear. So this sounds to me like, is this face danger or secure advantage? We can't strike. The foe still has initiative. So I think all we can do is strike. No, we can't strike. We don't have initiative. We don't have initiative, so we may only clash, face danger, compel, or turn the tide. Obviously, we can't compel right now. So I think we have to face danger for defense. And this sounds like face danger plus... Oh, Lord. Oh, God. This sounds like face danger plus iron or heart? It's iron. Oh, God. Well, you know what? We do have some magic right now. We do. Oh, I forgot to subtract. We're at 5 essence, by the way. We missed when we tried to use our invoke last time. We still did lose essence, so we're at 5. But we have 5 essence. So we could possibly face danger here plus essence and possibly attempt to somehow undo or disrupt the magic that Cadigan has that's animating this wolf. Can you guys tell I'm desperate right now? I think that's what we're going to do. I think Albrun is going to attempt... Because you know what? We have a modifier here. We have sighted. And we have invoked. I think that's what we have to do. I don't think Albrun's going to be able to fight on his own accord here and be successful. So, okay. I think I know what we're going to do. Okay, so Albrun... he's getting freaking mauled by this undead wolf right now. He's very freaking scared. I mean, the thing is like tearing into his arm. He's not doing well at all. He's at 1 health, literally on the verge of death. Oh God, yeah, this thing is mauling us to death right now. Okay, yep. Okay, yep. So Albrun, you know, the magic went really, really bad last time. But Albrun is, you know, again, this is like Cadigan's essence that we have inside of us. So Albrun is going to try to connect to the dark magic that is controlling this wolf, and Albrun's going to try to just like stun it, disable it, something like that, okay? So this is face danger plus essence, so that's going to be +5. And we're going to utilize our sighted asset. When you face danger or detect or gather information to identify or detect mystic forces, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. We are attempting to connect with the mystic power that is keeping this wolf animated. Okay, that is what we're doing right here. So we are going to use sighted. So we're actually rolling +6. Okay. Oh god. Oh my god, guys, I'm so stressed. I hate this. We don't have any boxes marked on this. Oh god, I regret this. Okay, 6 on the action die, +6 is a 12. So it's an automatic strong hit. So face danger on a strong hit, you are successful. Take 1 momentum. We take another momentum from our sighted asset, and we also take another momentum from our invoke asset for getting a hit, and we subtract 1 essence. So we're at 4 essence, and we take +3 momentum. So that's 1, 2, 3. So we're at 4 momentum. Okay. And we have initiative because that was a strong hit, right? Yeah, I think that's how combat works. When you get a strong hit on any move, you get initiative. I think. Hold on, let me read up on that. Managing initiative. When you score a strong hit, you take or retain initiative. When you score a weak hit or a miss, you lose initiative. When you have initiative, you are in control and taking proactive actions to achieve your objectives. You may make moves such as strike to attack, secure an advantage to outwit or outmaneuver your foe or set up another move, face danger to overcome an obstacle or escape, aid your ally, blah blah blah, compel or end the fight to finish the fight. Can we escape? Do we have to continue this fight? Wait a minute. So how does escaping work in combat? So you face danger to escape. I assume that means that if you manage to successfully escape, it doesn't matter how much progress you have on the thing. You don't have to. I don't think you have to use the end the fight move if you manage to escape, right? Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find in the fight, and just read up on that and see if it's specified. Yeah, I don't think we have to end the fight. Hold on, let me check the core. Let me check the core book and just make sure my information is correct. Okay, guys. So what we have here is that so in the fight is not the only way to resolve a combat scene. You can flee, you can give up, you can negotiate or force a surrender. And then it says that here with face danger in combat, we can actually use it to just escape the combat altogether. So we don't have to resolve the fight. We don't have to like use the end the fight move if we manage to successfully face danger and flee. Okay, so we got that strong hit. And so let's go back into the narrative, okay? So what Albrun does is, so this wolf is like on his right arm, and he can just see that the one eye that the wolf has is just like glaring at him from just an unnatural angle while it's just like mauling the heck out of his arm. And Albrun takes his let's see. And so his right arm is the one that he had the spear with. So he's not able to even use the spear. And so Albrun takes his left hand, okay, while the wolf is mauling him, and Albrun like smacks it on the side of the wolf's torso, and like he just has a very virulent reaction, and you can literally see like the essence, like it kind of glows throughout Albrun, so you can see like his silver eyes, they just like flash a very like luminescent silver, right, glowing silver, and the blood vessels in his hand glow, and Albrun like smacks that wolf, and the wolf is kind of like immediately like just kind of goes slack. Like the wolf just like it just like kind of slumps. It's like all the muscles that were being reanimated by this foul magic are just like all forced into relaxation. The wolf's one eye like rolls back. Its mouth is like hanging open. It just looks like the wolf that was once animated is now like a puppet whose strings have been cut. Okay? But that's not going to last. We don't know how long that's going to last, but we are successful. And so I think what we're going to do here, well, let's see, do we have to face danger? I think we have to. Since we're in combat, I think we have to. Yeah, we're in combat, so we have to face danger. So this sounds to me like we are going to. Oh God, is this face danger plus edge? Hold on. Speed, agility, precision, charm, loyalty, or courage, aggressive action, forceful defense, strength or endurance, deception, stealth, trickery, expertise, insight, or observation. I don't know, guys. We basically stunned the wolf. We don't know how long that's going to last. So I don't know if we have to do edge because I don't know if we really need to run per se, but I think that might be the most likely thing here. Definitely not heart. Definitely not iron. I think I could make a case for shadow with deception, stealth, or trickery. I mean, was it? It wasn't really trickery. We disabled the wolf. I mean, that's not really a trick. That was just magic. And us leaving. I mean, I guess if we're able to face danger and maybe hide behind a stalactite or something and like wait for the wolf to like maybe move on, we could do we we could do shadow. You know what? I think that's what we're gonna do actually. We're not gonna even try to run because we don't want the wolf to follow us. Yep, I think that's what we're gonna do. So we're not gonna run because who knows if this wolf. I think that this wolf is probably gonna get its magic back in a few seconds. I don't think this is a permanent thing at all. I mean, we don't have any progress marked. We don't have any progress. Yeah, we don't have any progress marked at all. We haven't inflicted any harm whatsoever on this wolf, so I think that it will be able to wake up in a few seconds. So what Albrun is going to do, he's going to quickly try to just push through the pain that his arm is in right now, and he is just going to book it. And I think we're actually going to book it to that same stalactite that we hung our cloak on. It's still there, but I think the edges of it are kind of frayed, probably where the Varu had climbed up the stalactite and like clawed at it and stuff, but it's still there. And we're gonna get on that. We're gonna get behind that stalactite. We're gonna get our back. We're not gonna slump down because we need to be ready to run in case the wolf is able to sniff us out or anything. But we are going to try to hide, okay? And hopefully the wolf, when it wakes up, it is disoriented enough to not be able to like immediately find us. So we're gonna roll face danger plus shadow, okay? Oh God, this is so stressful. We really cannot afford to take any more harm. Like we really can't. Okay. Face danger plus shadow plus 3. Can our assets help us here? No, sighted can't help us here. I mean, we could possibly try to cast like an illusion with invoke to maybe try to better hide ourselves, but securing an advantage here, it only opens up to the possibility of more failure, as we saw. I mean, this entire combat was initiated because we tried to cast that hair illusion. So using magic when we didn't have to has severely impacted us. So I'm very hesitant to try to secure an advantage here. I think we just want to go with one move, and that is face danger. Oh God, yeah. I think this is face danger plus shadow. Can our trickster see lying, bluffing, stealing, or cheating? No, hiding doesn't fall into any of those. Yeah, I don't think we have any other modifiers. I think it's just plus shadow. Can our demeanor opportunistic? Nope. Nope. Okay. We and we have 4 momentum. Okay. God, I really don't want to miss. Oh Lord. We really need luck right here, guys. Okay. Face danger plus shadow is a +3. It has to be a raw roll. There's nothing we can do. Okay, that's a 4 on the action die. +3 is 7 versus a 5 and a 6. Strong hit. On a strong hit, you are successful. Take 1 momentum. That's a +5. Albrun, he runs. He is ignoring the absolute pain that his arm is in. It's bleeding right down. I think he's doing his best to kind of wrap it in his shirt so that we're not leaving a blood trail, but the blood is soaking like right through his tunic. But he runs to the stalactite, braces his back against it, and really just tries not to sound really like loud with his breathing or anything. He is just holding all this pain in, okay? And I think actually after a few seconds, the wolf, it was completely slack. Not a single muscle in his body was working, and all of a sudden it gets right back up. The magic that is commanding this wolf is back in. And this wolf, it takes a few seconds. Its eye rolls back from behind, and it takes a few seconds to like kind of orient itself, and it kind of is like very dazed and it's like looking around, but it doesn't know where we are. And I think that since this was a strong hit, I think what happens is the wolf is confused, and it actually runs down the passageway. Okay, runs down the passageway that we came from, possibly following our scent that we had previously left, and it's confused. Okay, but because of this, we are able to escape combat. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that progress track that we have. Okay, so we successfully escaped combat without inflicting a single bit of harm. Oh God, and I think, oh God, this is really bad. This is really, 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 really bad. But you know what? We are actually really close to Cadigan at this point. We don't have any time to stop and like make camp and try to heal or anything. I mean, we just don't have time. I hate being at 1 health, but I don't think we have any choice. We can we could try to escape the depths, but we're right there. We are right there. Should we try to reach our objective right now? We have 8 boxes. We have 8 progress boxes. Because if we delve the depths again, okay, let's think this through. Okay, if we delve the depths, there's a possibility that we might have to reveal a danger. Okay, and then that will force us to probably pay the price. But that doesn't necessarily have to be enduring harm. Okay. I really want a strong hit. I really, really, really want a strong hit on reach our objective. So I kind of want those 10 boxes. It's only one more Delve the Depths. It's a gamble. Because we cannot afford to run into another denizen. I don't think so. And I really don't want to face death. Oh God, guys. What do we do? Should we... We could just reach our objective now with 8 boxes. 8 boxes is pretty good. But if we roll a 9 or a 10, we are screwed. And we can't even use momentum even if we wanted to. It's a progress move. We have 5 momentum right now. Should we delve the depths? What if we're able to find an opportunity? A good opportunity. Oh, Lord. Okay, I think... Oh, God, this is so stressful. I did not see it going this way at all. Okay, guys, I think we're going to delve the depths one more time. God, I really hope I don't regret this. We're going to delve the depths, plus wits. Albrun, he's not able to move fast. He just got mauled by this wolf. And I don't even think he's really able to move with stealth because he's not really able to take his time right now. He really needs to get to Cadigan. This is Delve the Depths plus Wits plus 2. It's really paining me. Is this a mistake? God, I hope I don't regret this. Maybe we should just reach our objective. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for hesitating so much. I'm just really trying to think this through about what is the best way to go about this. If we should delve the depths one more time and get 10 hopefully get 10 boxes. But we might, you know what? Okay, let's delve the depths. Because even if we miss and we have to reveal a danger, it might not be a danger that involves health, okay? So I think we're going to take the gamble. Oops, I dropped my dice. Okay. I think we're just going to have to do it. We're going to have to take the gamble. This is plus wits plus 2. 6 on the action die. Plus 2 is an 8. Wait, what is that? Is that an 8? Oh, God, that's an 8 and a 7. Okay, weak hit. Okay, weak hit on Delve the Depths. So we have to roll on the weak hit table. Okay. Guys, I'm so scared. 39. Wait, is that 39? Yep, 39. Mark progress and reveal a danger. Okay, guys. Okay, we took the gamble. Let's mark the progress. We're at 10 boxes. Okay. So at least we're at 10 boxes, okay? So whatever this danger is, hopefully it is worth it. We have to reveal a danger. We have to reveal a danger. I think, yeah, we got to roll on reveal a danger. Lord. 85. A resource is diminished, broken, or lost. Okay, I can work with that. I think what happens here is while we were getting mauled, Albrun, so Albrun, after he hears the wolf run off in the other direction, and, Albrun is like still using his torn tunic. I mean, he got mauled. He's using his torn tunic to really try to staunch the bleeding that's happening all over his arm. And he's kind of hobbling down through. Let's look at the map. So yeah, we're hobbling through, and we reach that area that had that natural bridge. You remember, over the waterway. So we're here, and we can see the archway with the runes, and we can. So we're trying to get there, and as we see that, we actually see that the short spear that the elves had given us was broken. The shaft was broken. The shaft was broken by the wolf during the mauling, okay? So now that weapon we have, it's no longer a suitable weapon, which changes the harm that it inflicts in combat. So I will take that. I will take that. I will take it. I'll take it. But we are here, and we are going to reach our... we're going to locate our objective, okay? We're going to locate our objective. We are doing this, okay? So when you locate your objective, roll the challenge dice and compare to your progress. Momentum is ignored. So we got 10 boxes. So the only thing that can screw us over here is double tens. This better not be double. I swear this is double tens. Oh my god, I'm going to be so mad. 8 and 7. Strong hit, baby. Strong hit. Okay, on a strong hit, you locate your objective and the situation favors you. Make another move now and add +1 or take 1 momentum. We are going to bank that +1. Screw the momentum. We're going to bank that +1. So Albrun gets across this bridge. He gets through the archway, and Um, Cadigan, uh, Cadigan is all the way on the other side of the cavern by that altar, but the inside of this altar, of this cavern is completely different than the way we left it. The bone horde is still in the middle of that pit. In it, one of its vertebrae, because it has multiple necks and skulls. One of them like looks back at us. Cadigan sees us, looks at us, but you remember this is a cavern like covered in just runes etched into the stone and stuff. But the main difference here, the main difference here, is that this entire cavern is filled with bone walkers. Okay, like mm, hundreds. I would no, not hundreds. Dozens. Yeah, dozens of bone walkers. So bone walkers that used to be elves, so you could tell from the pointed ears and the garb that it still wears. Remember, bone walkers are completely skeletal, so all the flesh is gone. But they still wear the armor and still wield the weapons that they had in life. So we can definitely recognize elvish bone walkers, Varu bone walkers, so complete skeletal. So not like the Varu that we. And there are other. I will say there are other undead. So there are some that have flesh that aren't bone walkers, but you get it. This is dozens of wolves, boars, a few bears, elves, gaunts, um, and even some harrow spiders and marsh rats are kind of there. So Cadigan has amassed an army of undead. Okay, now we got a strong hit. We got a strong hit on locate your objective. So the situation favors us, and I think that what this means is none of these things are attacking us. They're all kind of under Cadigan's direct influence, and Cadigan does not see us as a threat. Okay, and so I think what happens is Albrun, he just limps into this cavern. Like I said, Cadigan immediately clocks him and says, Albrun, what, what are you doing here? What happened? Okay, because Cadigan knows about the war. Albrun's gonna immediately explain. I went to fight the lore, and I tried to get the knowledge about how to take down the wards, but their leader, Lady Anula of the elves, she knew she was able to see through my facade. She knew what I was up to, and so she accompanied me here. My intentions were to lead her to you, so that you and your army could terminate her and the other elves. But when you brought down the tunnel, when you felt that ward, I know, it wasn't a part of the plan. I'm not blaming you. But when you felt the ward be disabled, when you felt the ward disabled, and you brought the tunnel down, she had seen my treachery. She had seen straight through me, and I had to run down here, and I'm hurt. I'm hurt real bad. But the elves are here. I don't know if they're trying to leave or if they're trying to get closer here. But now is our chance, Cadigan. Now is our chance to take uh, the elves out. They brought basically their entire army. We can end it here, okay? And this sounds like a compel. This is a compel because remember, this isn't the original deal. The deal was that we release Cadigan and he takes out the elves. Okay, so we are trying to get him now to take out the elves, and we haven't released him yet. So I think this compel roll is going to determine whether or not he's going to drink this Kool-Aid or not. Okay, so this is a compel. We banked that +1 from that strong hit on locate our objective, so we're going to take that +1. Okay, this is a compel. We are trying to. You know what? I would say that we are trying. This is. I'm gonna say. Okay. I don't know if this is a stretch or not. Y'all can let me know. But I think that this compel is actually a swindle. It's not a lie, but it's a swindle. We are trying to swindle. We are trying to swindle Cadigan here. We're trying to double cross him. Okay. We are trying to get him to hold up his end of the deal without us holding up ours, because we have no intention of releasing him as of now. So we are trying to get him, we're trying to play into his revenge fantasy and get him to wipe out these elves that are here in his cavern right now. And we're going to escape, hopefully, without having to release him. So I consider this a swindle. So we're going to compel plus shadow. Okay, we're going to take that +1 from the strong hit on locate your objective. So that's a +4. And we actually get to utilize our upgraded sighted asset. When you compel with a fellow mystic or mystical being, add +1 and take 1 momentum on a hit. So this is going to be a +5. Okay, yeah, +3 from shadow, +1 from locate your objective, and +1 from sighted. So yeah, that's a +5. Whew, okay, I really hope this turns out well. 3 on the action die, +5 is an 8 versus a 2 and a 2. Strong hit with a match, baby. Critical hit. Okay, we're going to take that +1 from sighted. We're at 6 momentum. On a strong hit, they will do what you want or share what they know. Take another momentum. So we are at 7 momentum, baby. And there we go. Okay, this is a strong hit with a match. So I think I know exactly what happens. So Cadigan says, the elves are here. And he just starts laughing diabolically, okay? And I think he immediately orders his army to flood this cavern, okay? Here we go. So all of these bone walkers, these undead animals, and the bone horde. Let's get back to the bone horde. But the Varu, the elves, and the animals, all the undead and bone walkers and stuff, they immediately are just rushing past Albrun. They have their weapons drawn. The animals are very aggressive, and they are going to go hunt down every single elf that is in this cavern right now. Okay, we will figure out how that's resolved a little bit later. And I think Cadigan, what's his plan with the bone horde? I think he's still planning on using the bone horde to assault Fythalor. He's still under the assumption that we're going to somehow find a way to get him out. I mean, even if we don't get him out, he knows that the elvish wards are waning. So that's also something we need to keep in mind. So even if we leave without letting him out, the elvish wards are waning. That was already established. So he will eventually get out if we don't make any action to keep him here, okay? But I think that since this was a strong hit with a match, okay, a strong hit with a match, I think what that means is every single one of his undead servants, except for the bone horde, is searching for these elves and like basically flees everywhere. So they're all out of our way. And I think Cadigan himself, I think he wants to go personally see the destruction of these elves. So he's going to go with his undead army, but he's leaving the bone horde back here because that's kind of his like grand move, grand finale type thing. And the bone horde, of course, is still warded inside this cavern. So Cadigan isn't ready to release that. And I don't think he needs to. He has freaking dozens of undead at his command. He can use those to take out the elves. But anyways, I don't think Cadigan cares about our health, so I don't think Cadigan is going to offer to like heal us or anything. I think he's just very overwhelmed about this vengeful fantasy that he's been having for centuries, and he wants Lady Anula for himself. I think that's why he's going, is he wants to go kill Lady Anula himself, okay? So we are basically out of mind, out of thought for him. He's just charging over with his army, okay? And so we're still trying to staunch this bleeding, okay? And I think what we're going to do here is now we have a very clear path for escape. All of the undead, so remember even that wolf that we had left behind, every single undead creature has a new command, and that is to go kill the elves. And so even if we encounter any undead, they're not going to be aggressive towards us. That's reflective of this match. So I think what we're going to do here, and I know exactly what I want to do, I want to go get that urn, okay? So now that all the undead are distracted, that urn is most assuredly unguarded. So it should just be easy pickings. So I want to go get that urn, and then I want to get out of here, okay? And then we can resolve what exactly happens with some sort of roll, okay? So this to me sounds like a secure an advantage roll. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds to me like this is secure an advantage. We're not facing any danger. Well, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. Before we do this, let's take this opportunity to heal. I think we still have our pack on us. We have some supplies on us, so we can possibly heal here. Let's do that before we do anything else. We're at that 1 health. I want to see if we can get that up before we go. So when you treat an injury or ailment, roll plus wits. If you're mending your own wounds, roll plus wits or plus iron, whichever's high, whichever's lower. I hate that rule. Thanks a lot, Sean. We're gonna have to roll plus 1 iron. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. God, what? 1 on the action die? So that's a 2 versus. Oh, okay. Versus a 1 and a 10. Weak hit. Okay. On a weak hit, as above, but you must suffer 1 supply or 1 momentum. Okay, so as above, your care is helpful. You may clear the wounded condition, and you can take or give up to. You can take or give up to plus 2 health. What does that mean? I don't give up to plus 2 health. What does that mean? I guess we're just gonna take the plus 2 health, and we have to suffer. I think we're gonna suffer. I think we're gonna suffer 1 momentum. Well, no, narratively, it makes more sense to suffer supply. Yeah, we're gonna have to follow the narrative here. Okay, so we're gonna take the plus 2 health. Okay. So we're up to 3 health, and what happens here is that Albrun takes off his pack, and he takes off. He takes, the scraps of cloth and bandages that he's been saving that he has in his pack, and he immediately just wraps up all over his arm, and it takes so many of his bandages and stuff. He is basically pretty much out of healthcare supplies. So we're going to reflect that with going down to only plus 1 supply. That sucks, but that's what we're gonna have to do. And but immediately Albrun's gonna go ahead and get up, and he has a lot of adrenaline pumping right now. So as badly wounded as he is going to basically run. He is running through these caverns, through these twisting passageways and stuff. Okay, and yep, so we're running. We're going to run through these passageways, back over the natural bridge, through these caverns, the twisting passageways, the cramped caves, and we are trying to get back to that little inlet where we suspect that the urn is. So to me, this sounds like secure an advantage with wits. So with observation, expertise, insight, we know where it is. We know what it does, and we want it. Okay. This isn't. I think if I really wanted to stretch, I could maybe justify Shadow as we're trying to trick Cadigan by stealing it under his nose, but nah, that to me that's too much of a stretch. So this sounds like wits. Secure an advantage plus wits. So plus 2. Oh, wait a minute. Can we use Trickster? When you secure an advantage by when you secure chances an advantage by bluffing, stealing, or cheating, add plus 1. Okay, so yes, we get to do plus wits, and we get to utilize our Trickster asset. We're gonna try to steal this urn from right under Cadigan's nose, and then we're gonna try to escape the depths. Okay. Whew, okay. Wow, y'all, this was quite a stressful session so far. Okay, so secure an advantage plus 3. Secure an advantage plus 3. 6 on the action die plus 3 is a 9 versus a 3 and a 1. Strong hit, baby. On strong hit, you gain advantage. Choose one. So we can either make another move now and add plus 1, or we can prepare to act and take plus 2 momentum. Hold on. Let me check what Escape the Depths is, and let me see if we should take that plus 1 on Escape the Depths. When you flee or withdraw from a site, consider the situation of your approach. See, on a weak hit, On a miss. Okay. I kind of really want that momentum, I'm not going to lie. That's 2 momentum, and that would put us up to 9. But I also kind of really want to get out of here. And that +1 might save us, okay? I want the momentum, but I'd rather take the +1 just in case. We're going to take the +1, okay? Momentum can come and go later. So we're going to take the +1. And so Albrun, okay, let's get back in the fiction. Albrun is able to very easily make it back to that chamber with the urn. And there are no Varu guards out there. And he can, and you know what? I'll say, since we actually got a strong hit on that, I'm going to say that we can actually hear the battle cries and stuff of the elves. We can hear skirmishes. So the elves are definitely fighting off hordes of undead right now. We can hear them screaming and stuff, and we also hear the undead screaming as well. So, or screeching, I should say. And we quickly grab that urn, shove it in our pack, okay? And now we are going to attempt to escape the depths. We're going to attempt to escape the depths here. So when you flee or withdraw from a site, consider the situation and your approach. And so I think our approach here is retracing our steps or locating an alternate path. The alternate path we're going to take is back through that. You remember that secured location that had the carved steps and the runes and the candles and stuff. We know that is an escape hatch, okay? That it leads out from somewhere that's not the cave entrance, so we don't have to confront the elves or anything. We can just slip out, and not even Cadigan will see that we have left. So this is a plus wits, and we have that +1 from secure an advantage, so we're gonna roll +3 on escape the depths. Okay, guys. Oh my god, please, just please, 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 a strong hit. We really need a strong hit here. Oh no! Okay. That's a 2 in the action die. +3 is a 5. But we rolled double 10s. Literally the worst critical miss in the entire game. On a miss, a dire threat or imposing obstacle stands in your way. Reveal a danger. If you survive, you may make your escape. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. It's a miss in a match. It's a critical miss, the worst critical miss in the game. Okay, guys. And you know what? Before I get into that, actually, I know that I've been adding systems for the last 2 sessions. I'm going to add another system. I meant to go over this in the start of the session, but it slipped my mind. And since we just got this critical miss, it just came up in my mind again. So Ironsworn Delve, the supplement, actually has a new system that I forgot. I told you guys earlier I read through Delve again before this session, so I just kind of learned about it and familiarized myself with it. But there's a way to mark your failure, and you can basically kind of keep track of when you fail, when you miss, and eventually when you get up to 6 boxes. So when you get up to 6 boxes on your failure track, you can then make a learn from your failures move. And I'm not going to go over that move right now because we are definitely a long ways from that. But I think we will go ahead and mark failure. So see, when you make a move and score a miss, mark a tick on your failure track. If you score a miss while making a progress move, mark 2 ticks. Escape the Depths is not a progress move, I don't think. Is it? No, it's not. And I'm going to go ahead and mark that miss that we got earlier from when we tried to cast that white hair illusion. Yeah, so I think we've had two misses so far. I'm just gonna go ahead and mark those two misses, okay? So okay, so we have two ticks on our failure track. Okay, critical miss on escape the depths. We have to reveal a danger. I'm wondering if I should roll on the major plot twist. I'm wondering if I should roll on the major plot twist oracle to reflect that it is a critical miss. Oh God, guys, this is just freaking awful. You know what? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna reveal a danger. So I think I'm gonna roll on the reveal a danger. I think I'm gonna roll on a reveal the danger table. Okay, and then for the critical, I think then we'll do the major plot twist. So I think we'll do both. Because I'm gonna because I want to roll reveal a danger because I just want to see if this is something that's gonna directly keep us from escaping and we have to somehow fight or get around it or something. And the major plot twist oracle doesn't provide that, so we're gonna roll reveal a danger and kind of see what that's about. 45. 45. Check the domain card. Uh, Domain 45. Fissure or sinkhole. Okay, that's actually really interesting. So Albrun, he has the urn in his pack. He's running, and he goes to Yep. Okay. Yep. He goes to that secured location. It takes him a while. There aren't any undead in his way though, so he's very quickly able to get to that secured location. The man-made cave with the stairs and stuff, and he's gonna quickly try to ascend these stairs. But as he gets higher and higher up, unfortunately, he looks and he sees there the stairs. There's a huge lunge. There's a huge gap of missing stairs. So a huge chunk of the stairs fell, and I think that actually came from when Cadigan caused that cave in earlier. It looks like one of the stalactites, boulders, or whatever that had fell from the ceiling had taken out a huge chunk of the caves. Okay. And I don't think that this is going to be as simple as just being able to jump over. Albrun is not, he's very wounded right now, and on a good day, he's not the best like physical jumper, and so that would sound like a face danger plus iron, which I don't think we really want to do. So now we have a choice. Either we can try to figure out some way to get past this sinkhole. Um. Oh, and you know what? This was a critical miss, so we have to roll on. Well, we don't have to, but we're going to roll on the major plot twist oracle real quick. So I just want to see if I want to see if anything plot twisty happens because of that critical roll. Okay, so we're gonna roll on major plot twist and see where that leads us. 66. The enemy gains new allies. Oh, I think I know what this is. Okay, so and you know what? So okay, yep, I know what this is. So yep, Albrun is right there, right? He's contemplating how he's gonna get past these steps, and we're pretty high up in the cavern now as we ascended these steps, and so we can hear the skirmish. We can hear the battle that's happening between the elves and the undead hordes. And I think what happens here is we can hear um, the sorrowful melodic cry of what we perceive to be like a battle horn, but it doesn't sound like a deep rumbling that you would expect from a doubt, battle horn. It sounds like a songful cry, and we recognize that. We don't recognize it, but what we hear afterwards is we hear some gaunt footsteps or hooves and stuff, and we can hear quite a lot of that, a rumbling of gaunts coming in, and so that it sounds like the elves were able to get reinforcements. It sounds like um, between the time of us reaching Cadigan and this whole thing happening, the elves sent maybe a warrior or two or a couple, who knows, to go get reinforcements from neighboring villages. And so what that sounds to me, what that actually sounds like, it's gonna trigger an advanced threat move. Um, because remember, the threat was the elves recapturing Matic and rallying reinforcements, and this sounds like they've had enough time to rally reinforcements here. So when you give ground to a threat through inaction, failure, or delay, roll on the table below and envision how the change manifests into your world. So we're gonna roll on the advanced threat table and see what happens. Let's see, that is a 27. The threat readies its next step or new danger looms. If you are in a position to prevent this development, you may attempt to do so. If you succeed, reach a milestone. Otherwise, mark minutes. Okay? And it's funny because that actually plays into the choice that I said we have. We either can figure out a way to get over this fissure and try to escape the depths. And we rolled on Escape the Depths. And even though we missed, Escape the Depths says on a miss, a dire threat or imposing obstacle stands in your way, reveal a danger. If you survive, you may make your escape. So if we manage to get past this fissure, we get to get out. It's a get out of free, not free, but it's a get out of jail card. Okay? So we can either do that or we can double back. We can double back, and, Cadigan doesn't know that we stole the urn. And so I don't think Cadigan nor the undead are our enemies right now. So we can possibly help them. We can possibly maybe try to help them with this undead, or no, sorry, with the elves and the new reinforcements. And if we do that, we get to mark progress on our vow, because we get to reach a milestone. We might even actually be able to reach a couple of milestones, because I was already going to make it a milestone if we managed to kill Enola or Lord Lamatu, and if we managed to wipe out the elves, I was going to make that a milestone. So we might be able to reach 2 milestones. Ooh, that's actually really tempting. I'm feeling kind of greedy. So either we can somehow get past this sinkhole and we get to escape the depths and we are home free. I mean, we're not really home yet, because we're probably going to have to face danger and undertake a journey to get back to Maddox's place. And of course, we would have to roll dice to resolve what happens to the elves, whether or not they get wiped out or not. Or we can take decisive action on our own and deal with the elves here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get down from the meta level, because I'm looking at this. I'm looking at like the pieces and trying to see what is the best option for us mechanically. But I think we're gonna hop back into the narrative, and I think we're gonna hop into the role play here. And I think what Albrun would do here is he would want to stay. He would want to double back, and he wants to get rid of these elves today. He wants them dead. He wants them gone, because then we're done with them, and we get to do what we came here to do, and that was to get rid of the elves. Okay, so I think Albrun, he's gonna see this fissure. He's gonna hear the gaunts coming in and the new battle cry of more elves, and he is going to decide to turn back around. And he's going to grip his broken spear, and he's going to head down the steps. And he is on his way to get to the mouth of the cavern where this battle is taking place, and see if he can help Cadigan get rid of these elves once and for all. Oh, Lord. Okay, we are going to end the session there. What a session. Oh, God, we had our first Enter the Fray. We almost died multiple times. We rolled a critical, the worst critical miss in the game that you can roll. I mean, oh my god, that session, y'all, my heart palpitating. I love Ironsworn. That was crazy. Thank you, Sean, for the game. Okay, we're gonna end it there. I will see you guys next session. Hopefully, we can make something good happen. See you on the other side.